Hi folks, welcome to the Friendly Council. Today we'll be playing some games with the deck we built in the previous episode, and I can show you what that deck is. So we have the Free Folk, which Hannes built for us, and I actually don't have much experience with this. I've only played it, as I said, twice in my life. I think I won one and lost the other game, but that was some time ago, and some new toys have been released since then. Magdan of 10, for instance, is in one of the more recent packs. So, as you can see, we have some high claim plots here that we'll try to take advantage of, and of course we have the usual Wildlings package, some non-Wildlings as well. There's some Begging Brothers and Lysa Erin and one or two others. And what else? We have the Hollow Hill for draw, and of course Last of the Giants, a great event, and some of the usual suspects like Nightmares and Hand's Judgment. So we'll see how it goes. Don't expect me to play this optimally. As I said, I'm not very experienced with this, so probably I'll make a bunch of mistakes, but just to show you how the deck is supposed to look. Let's see if we can get a game on the Iron Throne today. There's only 2 games being played at the moment, so I'm slightly worried that we might not, but okay. Just name it live stream so that people are aware, and we'll set a time limit just in case, just to show you what it looks like with the time limit, of course, if you get the full 55 minutes. Yeah, so let's see if anyone joins. I'll show you the deck some more in the meantime. Yeah, some key characters here. Tormund, 3 copies. And Rattleshirt, that's the one I had trouble dealing with when I played against this deck. Because even though it's high claim pressure with military, the strength of the characters isn't all that high. There's some stealth, of course, but you have characters with strength 3 and numbers like that. So it is possible to oppose them, except for Rattleshirt, who has a very specific ability. So if you don't have any positive attachments, very difficult to defend against him. Then it easily becomes 3 claim military, which it's tough to deal with, of course. Or sometimes in the late games, that quickly turns into 3 claim power. Okay, I guess we wait. And here we go. Lady Dark, but playing Night's Watch. Alright, so absolutely no economy, we can't have that, I guess, so easy call to mulligan this one. And this looks slightly better, so we can set up Dala and Wilding Scout, and we'll have an Ocean Road. Now this is cost 1, unique Wilding character only. I suppose this could go on Dala, so that's pretty good. And okay, the big wall, that's quite specific, and they might play without a big board, which is trouble for us. So Hannes said we have to open with Vanquish. We didn't set up any non-Wilding characters, so seems like a no-brainer. And I guess we go first, but then if there's some recruiters to the watch and stuff like that, or Yoren, it could become problematic, but okay. Let's go first. See what happens. And here comes Greensight, Rogue Wildling. Would be nice to draw, but no. Okay. Now what are the chances that there's attachment control in the deck? If I play this in round 1, it could be very damaging for this Night's Watch deck. Lower reserve. Not turned on at the moment. Well, let's play Egret. For the military icon, we'll draw another card. Okay. Could go for the draw and then have also money for nightmares, or maybe just play a character and potentially nightmares. And go for this. As I said, there's every chance that I might be making a bunch of mistakes here. Okay, King's Landing. Now what is that planning to do? It's like a hard home or something like that. Night's Watch cards in shadows. Forest Patrol. Could be Old Bill Bone to stop my agenda. So obviously we'll be going for intrigue. If there's no board. Wildling threat. And now do I, or don't I? Guess we wait. Wait and see. And I think I'll use both of these. Or maybe these two. Just in case something comes out of shadows. Tries to stop my plan. Alright, flea bottom gone, that's nice, but yeah, King's Landing, it's gonna put it back. Sad day for me. And yeah, half a chance that my opponent won't be doing anything, so might as well go for the unopposed, get some more power. Alright. I could Nightmares the wall to stop it doing this to me. Not sure if it plans to do that, but might as well. Okay, character coming out anyway. And Queen's Crown will be annoying. Now let's see what we get hit with. I'm assuming it's going to be power. I'm over reserve and I'll draw for Light Summer Fist, but okay. I guess trying to get another character into my discard pile, not a bad idea. Seized has survived. I wonder what we'll seize. We could just seize King's Landing. Right. Couldn't be helped. And I have to throw out a non-character, so let's do this. There's decent chance there will be events, but it is what it is. Now we do have some location control here. Obviously PD will be great once that Queen's Crown also makes it into play. King's Landing kind of stops that, but okay. And we also have this. This is nice. Unfortunately, I can't get any city plots in my used pile, so I'll just kneel one location. Could be the wall, could be... yeah, King's Landing doesn't kneel for its main purpose, so it will have to be the wall. I also have exposed duplicity. See if old Tattersalt ever makes it back into shadows. That would be a good time to trigger it, so maybe go for the long winter against building orders. Okay, and I'll go first. See what happens. The Bay of Seals to stand my Rogue Wildling. Lets me draw the Hollow Hill now. I will get Craven. Can be helped. Fortunately, can't trigger Dala because I'd like to get my my Hollow Hill here. But that leaves the rest of the money, I guess, for that seized, and then see what my opponent does with that. I think Ygritte might be getting Craven. Yep. So I guess I'm keeping these 3 for to Harris if nothing dies to military claim. Oh, okay. There goes my plan to pressure with military. That's not happening now. But at least that's 2 Cravens already in play. There we go. That's gonna put Tattersall back into shadows. Hopefully that works out for me so that I can play Exposed Duplicity. Hopefully he stays in shadows in the plot phase. And now this will bring in what? Oh, just one of these 2. Okay. That means he can defend against my intrigue claim if it's just the Wildling Scout. So do I put both of them in and then I will lose power? That's the question. Maybe I just do this and force him or her to trigger that flea bottom. something decent in hand still. Probably that was a bad play. This as well. Yeah, this might not be great. This auto pillage, should probably turn that off against this particular deck. Now the rogue wildling probably can stand, okay. Oh, actually it cannot because, okay, the Biosseal is back in hand. So take back earlier. That's fine then. And passed my Hollow Hill like an idiot. Everyone who very rarely plays the Hollow Hill always does this. You have to kind of get the feel for it so that you stop forgetting. It is what it is. Let's do that. Expose Duplicity against another Building Orders. Okay, I'll go first. So probably no attachment control. Oh, okay. Fine, so I will play Political Disaster at some point, so let's keep that Rose Road. And let's just use the King's Road here. We'll play Varamir and see what Dala brings us. Okay. And now unfortunately the gold doesn't work out for anything great, so I'll just have to play Begging Brother without any gold. Now if I do play Political Disaster, of course my opponent has a chance to get rid of the wall, which is still blocked, and then play it again with King's Landing, although economy would be tight. Now let's see. Do we need strength in military? We could just do intimidate, no, because everything will die. What could we do? Insight. Let's do insight. So the eagle trait. And if it's defended, that's fine. Means my opponent can't strike back. Let's do this with 3. Actually, no, we can't. We have to use a wildling if we want our agenda, so it has to be Dala. Let's do it with 3 strength. Just in case, and we'll use our agenda on this one. Yeah, definitely going well. So if I do trigger my political disaster next round, it will be very difficult for my opponent to get anything back because of the economy. Would need to keep King's Landing, I think, and one underground vault. But maybe I can still afford to delay it while this is still seized. No, this time I won't forget. Archivist is nice against this particular deck. Could take something cheap. Take another Ygritte for after Harris or just this guy. Okay, what's happening here? Seized, gone. Alright, that eases my decision making now. If I play political disaster, then none of these do anything. I'll pretend that I don't have any eligible targets. So I can keep the two ocean roads. Technically Rose Road is slightly better, but prefer it in my deck than in my discard pile. I mean the economy in general after the next plot phase. Now of course now my opponent does keep the wall and can trigger it to get some board, but okay, just for one round and then I think we can do City Besieged. Okay, fine. Let's see what this does. So I have to sacrifice another character to save it. That actually is pretty good. So I'll sacrifice Ygritte. She goes in the discard pile, but and this doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not brilliant. I'll have to give them one of the decent ones as it stands. Maybe Flea Bottom is coming back. Last of Giants Lysa to take the wall, that would be pretty mean. I think we can do that at some point. Now what's this? It's ambush 5, so we can't play this round whatever we do unless we use Last of the Giants. So I think we do Rattle Shirt. And we're out of gold. Maybe should have done a 2 forecaster and Last of the Giants instead. Okay, so now the wall will trigger at an unfortunate time for me. Let's get 2. Something's back in shadows. Keep coming back into shadows. Castle Black, the new one, and okay. Nothing much to game, there's no claim. So keep it for defense or dominance. Yeah, okay. Which one? I guess Sigrid. I'm over reserve, so... Just don't get Lysa or something in the discard pile and I think we're fine. Oh, actually there's 0 claim, never mind. And I guess we search for Archivist if it's not... I'm first player, so I can search before the Drummond does its thing, which it won't because the econ is so crap for my opponent. No Citadel Archivist, that's unfortunate. Fine. And let's have another Dala. It does trigger. Playing without econ. Can still get the board with the wall and flea bottom, but I'll play City Siege now. And okay, I'll keep the dupe. Just in case the game is not over and we need to... She does have this as well, maybe that was not a great call. But okay, that if I put that in the discard pile, it's not going to come into play at least, so okay. This, and Begging Brother can go. And this is going to be annoying for my opponent. Just the one, right? Yeah. To Harris, so could have kept her. Misty Morn, okay, there are some non-uniques. Fortunately, don't have that much gold. Again, we can't play a Rogue Wildling for its ability, but we can play it. Should we? I think we'll play this. Get our cheap characters back. This guy is a non-kneeler this time. 1 gold can be nightmares, I guess. No more draw. But I think we've done enough. Okay. Can't kill Ygritte, unfortunately, but she has to defend herself. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Get some unopposed. Well, Hannes put 4 2-claim plots in, but I'm struggling to use them. There's never enough characters or enough cards in hand to be worth it. Actually, it was worth it in the very beginning for a while. to 13. Okay, one of this. Oh, just the one card. Never mind. Let's do, yeah, one of these. Okay, so how are we doing with the resets? We had Morgulis and Harris. It's unlikely to be something else. Probably March to the Wall. Still in the deck. I can play my Harris now. No, actually, 0 reserve. I have to play this now. Okay. So the ball will trigger, but it is what it is. Let's do what we can. These two we can play a duplicate even because of our reserve. And then we do less of the giants on one of these guys, or maybe Lysa if that's how things work out. Shadow politics. I can cancel that. And I will. That's another hit for my opponent. That's unfortunate. But yeah, that's getting cancelled. It's free. And I'm losing my Hand's Judgment anyway at the end of the round. Sorry guys for not following the chat. It's difficult because I only have one screen here. I'll catch up on it after this first game. Okay, so my non-kneelers will just do the challenges, I guess. Let's see what Malin does. Maybe targets the power? No, the military. Okay. Oops, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, that went extremely well, I think we can say. Exactly the way it was planned. Yeah. It is brutal when it works, definitely, especially with this deck that plays without a board, so there is never anything to absorb the military claim if you have to let it through, and yeah, and then there's nothing to defend against intrigue claim either, so you're quite quickly you find yourself without cards. But really what hurt the most, I think, was the location control. The nightmares, the city besieged, and political disaster was a real killer. So without those supporting elements, I think it would have been a pretty decent game. So that's one game down. Okay, let's see if we have anyone who wants to play. Otherwise, I'll just play someone random. So what do we have left? The Harris, never found the need to play it, but even if I was forced to play it against myself, Dala and two characters survive just fine. I have a decent hand, although that would be going away unfortunately with my zero reserve plot, and Hollow Hill also was discarded, but I still have 3 gold left, so if this game had continued I could have played Last of the Giants, Lysa, I guess, in Dominance or whatever, to get rid of the wall. So after the Harris, then I think I'm still pretty fine. And strong suspicion that the last plot is March to the Wall. It has to be, I think, with this kind of deck. So that's another thing that doesn't really hurt me. Okay, doesn't seem like we have any volunteers, so let's start another game. See how many we can win out of the 3. Would be happy with 2. Not sure what the all-time stats are for Free Folk, especially after the redesign. But in the 8 regions we did statistical analysis of all the different agendas and Free Folk in the recent period, 1 year or so, had 61% win rate, which I thought was pretty good. I think it's dropped slightly since then. And now we have Martell, Aloof and Apart. Okay. That could struggle against our deck, or it might not. And decent start, so we'll be keeping it. We have this super high strength character with Last of the Giants potentially. Okay, nope, throne. That's probably going to be calling some stuff. Let's see if it calls correctly. So we'll be struggling with the initiative. And Bastard Daughter. That means we'll be seeing some resets, probably. Okay, so go for that Vanquish. I'll be going first, and let's see. So we get nailed or something. I don't think in Aloof and Apart you can do that, or can you? Something with really low reserve would be nice to counter my Crow Killers. But that's not really Martell's thing, is it? We have 10s. So that attacks alone actually doesn't need to attack alone. So in this deck with any wildlings, it has assault. Okay. Going for naval, so not much gold for either player. And the worst thing actually is that I won't be able to afford Last of the Giants. I'll just get the 1, will I? Yep, and this doesn't reduce. Nothing to cost to be worth playing that Ocean Road. I can just get my Magnet of 10, I guess. Iron Throne not used. So we'll be losing some cards. Let's see if there's enough defense to stop me just doing damage here. 3 gold. Oh, didn't want that 2 gold left, so if we get Vengeance for Elia, that's a problem now. Yeah, that's a pretty big problem actually. So maybe we can't do much, we just do this. See if it's defended. Aloof and apart, so that's going to be playing the bigger characters. Duran, the Viper, maybe Anders, stuff like that. See how much space it has for cards like Vengeance. It could have Burning on the Sand as well. But I'll go for 3 claim here. Even though my opponent is over reserve. Martell, okay, and Duran's Game, which might be useful in the long run. This is still standing. Okay, so I think I have to attack with just the one guy on military. Then if I get Vengeance, I can play my... I can use this. But then Torment is not strong enough to defend against military and dies anyway. What to do? Just go for it. I think we have to go for it. Okay, that suggests no Vengeance. It's fully defended, so probably both will die. That's fine. Wonder if my opponent is stuck with that 2 gold. With nothing to play, or is there something? Maybe lay waste? No. Last of the Giants Varys, maybe, I was thinking. Okay, with PD in the deck, I think I can get rid of this. Iron Throne still standing. But I had no threats, so... Nothing needed to be called. Now, what do we do? I guess we keep the pressure with this, like last round. City besieged would have been even better. It's not a lot of gold, so naval first round to stop my gold, and then this into 6 gold. It's going to struggle to establish a board that can survive against my military claim. Second player on this occasion. But I do have a winter plot for this guy. Val. Okay. Not in hand. And here comes the big stuff. Okay. It's going to try to kneel a good portion of my board. Particularly this guy that is a non-kneeler. I could nightmares her. Let's see how the gold works out. Basically I'll have 7. So maybe I play Dala first. Yeah. This is reduced and I'm left with nightmares. She can't pull both of them into challenge anyway. So do I take the risk and just wait and see? Yeah, no answers for this one, so another quick one. Again, it's worked, survived even the naval opening, because even the 2 characters, if the opponent can't establish a board either, are enough, so you kind of need to defend against everything. Okay, so time for one more. Ask again on Discord if there is anyone. Otherwise I'll play someone random. Let's have another quick look at what we were happy with in this deck so far. So definitely the Vanquish opening really strong for any deck that can do that consistently, so that's worked very nicely. We had use for City Besieged, we had that Long Winter, so that kind of a neutral 2-claim plot that you play when you don't really want the pluses and minuses of one of the other ones. So this one has low gold, but can kneel allocation. This one can't do this one in the early game because of the reserve. You lose all the cards, so you can play the Long Winter, and this worked. Political Disaster worked. Exposed Duplicity we actually were able to use, and the Harris we were able to keep in reserve because we dominated both of the games. And okay, Last of the Giants was one of the key cards, Hannes said, but so far wasn't needed. And these 2 events were quite nice. I don't usually play those in my decks. I play mainly Baratheon and kind of combine these 2 into privileged position. And on a Misty Morn was nice last game, wasn't it? So Let's single copy. I think good call. And the economy works as well, pretty decently. Even Magnet of 10 card I've never used before. Yeah, nice protection. So basically protects you from Morghulis because your key character survives, and then you have another one that okay, gets off the board, but it's you keep it out of the dead pile. So if you have Dala and Ygritte, for instance, like we had in game 1, you keep Dala alive in play, and you keep Ygritte out of the dead pile when you sacrifice her. So great card. Okay, now one volunteering to play, so let's start another game, and this will be the last one, unless something weird happens. So let's have this time limit again. Alright. House with a red door, let's see what this is. Okay. Hand solar. That's unusual. So, intrigue icon for someone. Let's skip this. There is economy and 2 characters. An intrigue based deck. Good work. Castle the Rock and Big Cersei and stuff like that. Gets rid of my hand and plays some resets. We'll see if the plan works. If indeed that is the plan. Jumpers, okay. No board, so again something that might avoid my military pressure, but we'll go for intrigue until there's something in play. Again, we can play the Vanquish. Against high gold. Don't have Dala this time. She was quite useful. Okay, so 5 gold, this makes it 8 and this makes it 9. And dupe Ygritte. And then I have 5 left. But unfortunately it does not work out. Maybe we keep the King's Road. Like this, and if there is too much resistance, then sad day for us. So try to get this triggered just before political disaster if we can. Okay, slightly annoying, and card in shadows. With Lannister, that could be lots of different things. Could be Pinch, could be Robert Strong, Brandon Moore. Oh, 2 cards in shadows. If they stay there, that's going to be nice for me. Okay, we don't have any non-kneelers. But I guess This is the thing to do. Four or lower now. What are the odds that it can put something in that defense? Very high with this location as well, so try to attack with... Does this work on defense? It does. Okay. Let's force it out. Too many options to guess. So whatever it is, it's coming. Okay, it's going to put something bigger in. Probably to defend, yeah. And then gets rid of my character that would have attacked military, right? Maybe gets lucky as well with the pillage. Oh no, because he has to return first, so no pillage. Okay. Well, that's one deck that has survived the Vanquish opening. And now I get military, so have to take this because March to the Wall is a high probability, I think. Interesting choice of location. You've seen Tower of the Hand played as the HRD location quite often, but seems like this one might be more important for this particular deck. Okay, unfortunately that's what I was afraid of. Cards coming out of shadows, I thought I could maybe catch them both. Should we try to still catch one? Don't really need a 2-claim plot against this, so maybe try to catch something. Oh, getting it back, okay. Economy is not that great, so... it was Sir Robert Strong, so that's fair enough. And no Magnan of 10, this time I have a dupe. I also have Lysa, if I can play her. That discourages the military. Although she can be got rid of with this. Okay. Something back in shadow, so I have 4, 5 and King's Row, that would be 8. Again, doesn't work out. I could try Dala and hope I get something. Could play Wun Wun, who would have a decent chance of winning any challenge. Or I could just play my Tormund with a dupe. Keep my King's Road for rainy days. Okay, so 2 gold becomes 3. This is free. But we saw that stuff can come in pretty efficiently with very low gold, so Osmond comes in and brings another character with no cost limitation into play. Fortunately, political disaster doesn't hit the HRD location. And yeah, can hit economy, but this is all pretty efficient with the jumpers. Try to get Lysa in if I can, so that when she dies she takes one of the locations. Okay, we cannot survive this. Let's just read this again. So, participating character with lower printed cost. So we can't take Ygritte. It will take this guy if it wants. Oh. Could have worked out better for me. Here comes Osmond again. Okay, so there's no intimidate. And Ygritte dies, so she can defend. And Gregor misses. Okay. There could be a combination, like Widow's Veil and Pinch of Powder, something like that, but let's pretend that that's not true. Let's see what my opponent does to defend these two characters against Tormund. Well, I'll cancel it because maybe I need the gold to be able to defend. So I can at least push it through for the win. Perhaps not. Okay. Fine. Then if he gets marched, that's a pretty good deal for my opponent. So Gregor is back in hand, and what happened with this? This guy back in hand, so this will keep happening. we doing PD? I think we are. Presumably against march to the wall. Yep. Yeah, Lion Star has been working pretty well. So Lion Star and one of the econ locations, or do you keep Tower of the Hand? Yeah, it's going pretty well. And don't need much gold to keep doing this loop. Happy to see this gone, but I'm guessing there's another one in hand. Alright. Now, what do we do? We do Dala. She comes in with a dupe and another character. And that's it, unfortunately. Have 8 gold, so the other option would be... yeah, nothing, because Ygritte is dead, so... let's do this. Can't bestow it if I play it. Like this. Now let's see how stuff gets cheated into play. 5 gold should be enough for whatever this is anyway. But if it's Robert Strong, it's not great timing. He has to come in before anything is. I think it might be the Regent's Guard. Okay, unfortunately this guy brings something with him. Hopefully doesn't bring another Osmond. Okay, so Robert Strong could now get the icon and yeah, be used with this. So he attacks Intrigue. He takes the dupe. Doesn't seem like Dala can get killed with just what is in play at the moment. Although double march would suck for me. Just leave it. See what they do. Takes the loop. Now what? So if there is a defense to my challenge, it doesn't matter, but if there isn't, yeah. Do we attack the hand? I think we do power. Try to get increased claim, because we're not doing well. We want to prolong the game, see if they have to play a reset against themselves somehow. If I get marched, it's a problem. I could play Long Winter, that gives me 5 gold. And this one is reduced, so 4 left, but it's not great. If it's a second march, I think I'm screwed whatever happens. Although I could just play this. Okay. Not winning the initiative ever. Robert Strong was available. So whatever I play is getting killed or returned to hand. So is that a different card now? It'll be up to 6 gold. Okay. So I can play both of these. Potentially, but not the Hollow Hill. If I want to play the Hollow Hill, let's see, so 4, 5. This is 1, I have 4 left. It's not great. So what to do? 2 characters or the Hollow Hill? And try to find something. I could just play no characters. That my gold gets even worse. But the odds of them not getting killed when I play them are so low. this, I guess. Against the king threat, whatever. Yeah, it forces at least something to come out. It was going to come out anyway. And what's the sequence? I'm sure my opponent would prefer to have this killed, but if they're relying on Robert Strong to do that, then he has to come out now. Do the military first, and then another character does intrigue. Okay, the Hound. What does he do? I would guess military. Yeah. Yeah, probably wasn't a great play to waste this chud that had half a chance of being marshaled along with something else. Okay, but he did force the opponent to just go for that one military challenge and do nothing else. That's keeps the power level at 5-3 at least, so 6-3 after dominance. Kind of still in it, and let's see what we get. Got this guy and trigger it to discard something. Or could take something small again. Okay, so we'll play this next round. This will be the last round if the game's still going on, and we'll play this now. Economy, vanquish, and 2 marches. Okay. Okay, going down to 0 cards. Bad time to be using this, so I'll go first. Return something to your hand. So okay, that can, of course it's wasted if it's still in hand at the end of the round, but it does enable some loops. Or I could target econ, but it's decent as it is. I think I'll go for this. Could also go for this. Two gold, enough for last of the giants, which doesn't help. So I think I marshal something which will then just attack and force the defense because of the high claim threat. And unfortunately it's not going to be a wildling. It's going to be this guy with the 2 icons. It's going to speed up the game. Surprised my opponent isn't putting any characters into play. I'll be losing these guards. Okay. So I'm not giving the chamber any power here. I have to do a power challenge for some defenders. Burning bright, bringing something in. What happens with this? Let's see. At the end of the phase, discard it from play. Okay, Jamie defends. His renown goes away. His return to hand, it doesn't help. Fortunately, this guy also gains the icon now, but can be helped. And let's see if my opponent has enough cards to get to 15 here. It's still a reasonably long way to go. Okay, up to 12. Dala's still alive. Unfortunately, my economy is not doing well. So I can play win or die, but not much gold. I was starting quite well before this this high climb here. I was thinking if the plots return, I can play another political disaster, and then maybe the game gets slightly more equal. So just the one card in shadows left. I've kind of lost track. So there was a Robert Strong in hand, so it wasn't discarded. I don't think so. Must be Robert Strong left. Oh, right. Fine. Not good for me. But let's see. Now we have 8 gold with this. That's enough for Woon and Round Wildling with Last of the Giants. That doesn't work out time-wise that well. I could play Dala instead. That seems better. Okay. Now, what else? I need to keep 2 gold. I can spend 1 for this, which is not great, or I could keep it for nightmares. See what happens. think I'm losing whatever I do, so let's not overthink it. And my opponent has to dig a bit. Too bad I didn't draw Rattleshirt before I drew Dala. That would have been better because it can be killed by Sir Robert Strong. So I probably could have done a power challenge. Okay. So, now what? Let's do that power challenge. Force Sir Robert Strong to come out. Or I could put in this guy. Do it with both and then maybe it even works and I can get 3 claim. I'm not intrigue. I could do intrigue instead of power, and then road binding can do power. Okay, let's read this again. Okay, won't work. And Robert hasn't come out, so I think we'll use this now. For this guy, right? I mean, I could put in Rattleshirt instead, because Robert can just still kill Dala in the power challenge, but I will have 2 characters. Okay, let's do Rattleshirt. Yay, 3 claim power. Doesn't kill her. Am I missing something? 5 or lower. Okay, what's he going to do? This guy's dying anyway because of Last of the Giants, so guess he's doing intrigue. I can't use this, so I can milk or nightmares this, stop him doing intrigue. And now he has to do military. Okay, surprisingly it was not the last round, so this is useless because of my reserve. I triggered the Archivist anyway. Well. Now what? So I go first, that's for sure here. Having this guy killed, not a bad idea. But then Dala, of course, dies as well. That got them killed. Maybe a stupid call, but we'll see. Unfortunately, that gold mine is going to trigger. Try to find something. Discards Tyrion, who is not dead. Character that is not dead and has a power icon. Interesting call. Here we go. And I remember when I mentioned Lannister after Political Disaster was played, I thought maybe there was one more in hand. Haven't seen it since, and that was doing a lot of damage, so keeping that and that Osmond and Gregor loop might have been alright. Although my opponent's still winning very convincingly, so let's see if something else comes in. If something comes in to defend this, not enough gold for the Hound currently. And then Jamie can do intrigue with this, and unopposed, then I think I'm losing. No. I think I'm losing anyway. He's going to get Renown unopposed in this trigger, and Dominance. No, it's not getting Renown now. I think that was game 1, but okay. Boros. Cheap. The cheapest of the cheap characters. Somehow undercosted and brings more than enough firepower with him. Yeah. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised to have taken this into round 7 actually, but yeah, it was never close. Nicely played, and I'll be honest, I underestimated this deck a bit when I saw this choice. It's slightly unusual to have a 2-cost location that is rarely played, and this is also in the deck, but you choose the other one. But okay, nice deck, good game. So managed to win 2 of the 3 with our Free Folk deck, and I think it was a nice demonstration of how the deck works, so hopefully you enjoyed this. I will leave you with this image once again of the Free Folk deck we played, so thanks to Hannes for providing this for us. I had a lot of fun with it, and hopefully next weekend we'll have time to do one more of these streams to show you the deck from our episode 2 that will be published in the next couple of days. And I can give you a little spoiler, we're going to have a look at Tyrell in episode 2, so join us for another edition of the Friendly Council on Monday or Tuesday. And I believe that's it for today, so thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.